Before we get to the video, I just want to let you guys know about our Patreon, where you can join our Discord and converse with us directly, get access to all our anime reactions, and see all our reactions early, so go check that out. Even if you can't support us over there, that's okay. You can still make a huge impact to our channel right here on YouTube. If you like our reactions, if you like our discussions, if you want to see more, please, please, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does make a huge difference to us. And most importantly of all, enjoy the reaction. What's up, netizens? You're watching DarkStar. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reactioneers Joey, Chris. What's up, guys?
Dude.
Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel, as he was formerly known, Marvel Shazam. Right? Is that right?
Well, the Marvel part isn't right, but the Shazam, yeah.
Is the Marvel the old Captain Marvel in Marvel?
Correct.
There's like 90 fucking Marvels, dude.
Yep.
Marvel, Captain Marvel.
But yes, it was Captain Marvel.
Marvel's the old actual Captain Marvel in Marvel. Captain Marvel changed his name to Shazam, or they changed his name to Shazam in DC.
Correct.
And then you have Captain Marvel, which used to be Miss Marvel, which is Carol Danvers or whatever. Captain Marvel has a fucking storied past with that name. Holy shit.
I had no idea that you fucking had so much information on Captain Marvel.
Well, I actually watched a few clips of some of the DC animated stuff with Shazam and Superman the other day. So I actually looked up a few different things with Shazam because I wanted to see how powerful he was compared to Black Adam and Superman or whatever. And based on my research, I think Shazam should win this. But I don't know that much about. I don't know that much about.
What
Ms.
a
Marvel,
cheater!
I was like, after further calculations, I've done my own math, and I've created a new number. Okay.
I don't think
Tony's
Shazam...
research started with pressing the play button on the video and ended with closing out the video.
It's actually funny, right? Because as of right now, I think Shazam's gonna win. But there is one thing that I was seeing, because I was looking up Shazam versus Superman stuff, and one person posted that they were the same strength because they had this, and I'm wondering if they're gonna bring this into the video at all. They had a comic where they were arm wrestling, and it was like even, except in my opinion, it was actually Superman was holding back, because Superman basically tells him, he's like, hey, it looks like we're pretty even. Maybe we should just call it a draw and let it go or whatever. And then Shazam's like, no, I have to beat you. So it kind of looked to me like it was kind of like a pity, like, hey, let's just call this a draw. Like if you were doing like a kid or something like that, and you're just like, oh, look, it's pretty even. Let's just go ahead and call it a draw. It's like, no, I have to beat you. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'll crush you then. Like that sort of deal or whatever.
I just had to put it out there because I don't really care for you putting words in my mouth. That if I was arm wrestling a child, I'm just throwing that child. Not holding any ties, all right?
Well, I did just watch Captain Marvel, and I've not seen Shazam, and really have no desire to. But I've heard the movie's actually okay, but it is not like
you had more like desire to see Captain Marvel over Shazam.
Dude, Shazam's trailer looks like a joke to me, man. I guess it's a character though. It's just like he's a grown-up kid, basically, something like that.
And the kid inherits the fucking spirit of Shazam or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
The trailer just,
and he becomes I mean, it's basically a kid's personality in a fucking superheroes, but I don't really have a problem with it.
I'll watch it at some point. I'm just not paying to see it. I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah. That's how I feel with
fucking 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck. Captain Marvel's like 70 something, and I enjoyed Captain Marvel.
Well, Captain Marvel has some negative stigma behind it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
we're not controversy.
We're not going to get into that. More importantly,
dodging that shit like a minefield, son.
I do think if I think there's a bias, I think it's going to be towards Captain Marvel in this battle, though, because one, she's already lost. She lost to 18.
True.
And two, the non-disclosed controversy surrounding Captain Marvel leads me to believe that the bias on Death Battle would put the needle more in her favor than against her favor.
Fair enough.
That's how I see any sort of bias in terms of that. But I'm not sure what feats and what non-feats and stuff like that they're gonna pull out. I don't know much
These
about
feats.
her. I don't know much about her in the comics other than a couple of the things I read. But apparently, when she was asked, the actress for the movie version of Captain Marvel, she said she could move a planet. So at least the movie version is that strong, theoretically. Although that would be nothing to somebody like Superman. So
She's got some pretty fucking OP goddamn powers.
Is
if you
Shazam
let
on
her
Superman's
do
level?
her-
I don't think he is as strong as Superman.
I
But
don't know
yes, he's on.
anything about
He's
Shazam.
definitely on Superman's level. He's just not like he's on Superman's base, like normal moving around level. Like him, Black Adam, and Superman are like in the same like tier. Superman's stronger, but they're like all that same sort of like hybrid type character or whatever.
Yeah.
Supergirl, Wonder Woman, all those types of characters.
I got you.
If they give her her binary form,
Binary. I forgot about
it
binary.
will be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, binary is like an outrageous
Fucking
power boost
stupid
too.
OP.
Yeah.
It's
So,
almost like some Dark Phoenix shit.
yep, which got brought up in the 18 battle. I think I had some sort of weakness, but we'll see. We'll see if any of that actually comes into play. I think binary versus Shazam is definitely going to be the question. But let's go ahead and watch the analysis, and we'll see what's up.
Many with great power choose to take up the responsibility of being a hero.
And we
But
wish
for
he
others,
didn't.
It is thrust upon them when they least expect it.
Like Captain Marvel, the high-flying Avenger.
And Shazam, the literal boy turned hero of the Justice League.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Before she would take up her superhero mantle, Carol was an army brat raised by Joe and Marie Danvers.
Inspired by her U.S. Navy dad, Carol joined the Air Force at 18 with the hopes of one day becoming an astronaut. Which sounds really cool, except, comic book outer space is way more dangerous than real outer space, which is already, pretty friggin' dangerous. Arnold, don't take off your... No!
You're not far off. After becoming head of security at NASA, Carol was caught up in an alien struggle, which resulted in an explosion of a device called the Psych Magnetron.
What's it now?
The Psych Magnetron was designed to bestow superhuman powers to the alien species known as the Kree. Caught close to the explosion, Carol seemed to be unaffected.
But, plot twist, her mom was an alien Kree all along.
And so, Carol's half-Kree, half-human genetics were fused and awakened, forging her into a superheroine the likes of which the world had never seen. Too bad she didn't even know about it for months.
Yeah, she'd black out.
Holy shit, she got hypnotized by Trump.
New blonde superhero lady
Oh
saving
my
the
fucking
day.
God.
It's like keeping your own secret identity a secret
She ain't
from
little.
yourself.
Eventually, she did figure it out and accepted her role.
I'm gonna go ahead and put
as
money
Miss
on the
Marvel.
fact that that
Oh, yeah.
scene
She's
is
had a
not
bunch
in the
of
movie.
names like that.
Just
Warbird
throwing it out
and
there.
Captain Whizbang. Not
you
kidding
say?
about that one.
Until a certain Kree superhero and close friend passed on. Upholding the legacy of her mentor, she took
Saying I
up
would
his
love for
heroic
Trump
name.
to stand there just doing the
And so
hypnotizer,
Carol
like you're
became
fired,
known as
You're
Captain
fired.
Marvel.
you're fired.
Captain Marvel possesses incredible superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability. She resists fatal poisons, has a notable healing factor, and doesn't even need to eat or sleep for long periods of time.
She's got a ton of experience fighting with the Avengers, X-Men, and the spacefaring Starjammers. Oh, and she can friggin' fly.
And to top it off, she possesses incredible energy manipulation powers. She can fire photon blasts from her body, alter matter at a molecular level, and absorb enormous amounts of energy, which can augment her own power.
And when she absorbs enough energy, she busts out the big guns by transforming into her ultimate form and top-tier fire-type Pokemon, Binary. Thanks to some weird experiments done to her by the creepy-crawly brood aliens. First she gets her human and Kree bits smashed together, and then she gets her genes brooded to become a sun person?
As Binary, she is extraordinarily powerful on a cosmic scale. Directly connected to the power of a white hole, Binary can control all forms of energy, fly through space, move at the speed of light, and even control gravity.
Oh, she controls gravity. Big deal. Even I can do that. Watch this. Oh, God, what have I done?
Oh no, how sad.
I'm a monster! Here, I'll pour one out for you, buddy. Oh, wait!
Let's move on.
Ah!
While she has lost her binary powers before, she still maintains an instilled connection to white holes nearby and can summon the form when necessary. Similar to another long-dormant power of hers, her hyper-awareness.
Her deja vu power. She can automatically predict her opponent's moves, sort of like Spider-Man's really OP spider sense.
With her slew of abilities, Marvel is a force to be reckoned with. It wasn't easy for her though, and she soon found herself wandering the universe in search of purpose.
But nobody got away with messing with her for long. She's tough enough to survive a nuclear blast, a shot from a disintegrator beam which can destroy the android vision in one shot, and even a direct hit from a tachyon laser.
Tachyons are a theoretical class of particles that travel faster than the speed of light and are capable of slicing through nearly anything.
Like an entire Kree starship? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the end of one of those.
Not only was Marvel able to take a hit from one of these, she could dodge subsequent shots as well.
But let's take it up a notch. As Binary, she's survived attacks from both the Phoenix Force and the Aleph, both of which are known for blowing up entire planets. Hell, she can wipe out planets on her own if she really wants to, 'cause she totally already has.
Even without her binary powers, Marvel could toss around and obliterate the remnants of this enormous asteroid.
Damn, that's impressive. Hey, Wiz, how come you've never mentioned how strong I am? I bet I could punch apart an asteroid.
Well, I don't know, Boomstick. I'd have to calibrate a new strength meter to accommodate your...
Slugbug! Get up, that's two for squealing. So, she's super powerful, but she does reach some limits if she overuses her powers. You know, after blowing up a couple planets or whatever.
That and absorbing magical energy can be a dangerous gamble, though it doesn't stop her from taking on mystic monstrosities whenever she needs to.
'Cause Captain Marvel is one superhero who will never stop fighting, no matter what.
Oh, good. Looks like I didn't miss all the fun.
Another combatant.
Thanks. Right back at ya.
After moving between foster families for
That was
most
pretty
of
good.
his life, 15-year-old Billy Batson didn't know the meaning of home. But one day, after being chased by bullies into a subway car, Billy was magicked away to the Rock of Eternity, where he was granted powers by a mysterious wizard.
Wait. That's it? No freaky alien genes, no parents getting gunned down in an alley? He just hopped on a train and shot off to meet some old dude? Where's the tragedy? Where's the drama?
Boomstick, he's an orphan.
That was such a good part of that game.
Oh, right. Oh, suck it up.
Anyway, the Rock of Eternity is no ordinary chunk of dirt floating across the cosmos. It was the home of a wizardly hero who was in need of an heir. And to claim his powers, all Billy needed to do was speak aloud a single magic word.
Shazam!
Goddamn!
What kind of magic word is Shazam? Even abracadabra would be better than that.
Boomstick, you have no room to talk. Your password is password, and you don't even spell it right.
Exactly, Wiz. Genius.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute, how do you know my password?
Let's move on.
Anyway, whenever Billy shouts his magic word with heroic intent, he summons a bolt of lightning that ages him up to become Captain Marvel! Until they changed that shit because of Marvel Comics.
Long story short, Captain Marvel was originally conceived not by DC or Marvel, but by Fawcett Comics as a competitor for Superman.
Yeah, DC didn't like that, so they killed off the captain in the courtroom and took the character for themselves.
Then Marvel Comics showed up 20 years later and had a similar legal battle with MF Enterprises.
Motherfucking Enterprises? Damn, they beat me to it.
Well, good news, because apparently they forgot how copyright works and tried to make their own Captain Marvel.
Theirs had the power to pop his head off, and that's about it. He's stupid. Let's move on.
With that, Captain Marvel had two owners. Marvel owned the name, but DC owned the character. And so began a cold legal war, with both companies silently daring the other to cross the line.
Till DC decided, screw it, let's call him Shazam.
As Shazam, Billy gains a wide variety of impressive powers, including the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the lightning of Zeus,
Jesus
the courage of
Christ.
Achilles, and the speed of Mercury.
And the body of
Fucking
legal
God.
drinking age!
Each of these ancient beings granted their own capabilities to Shazam. The wisdom of Solomon gave him a perfect memory and the ability to magically gain any knowledge he needs to know.
So, it's like a smartphone with internet access.
Sure.
The strength of Hercules makes him super strong, obviously. And
Look
with
at
the
that
lightning
Superman
of Zeus,
face,
he
dude.
got awesome electric
Good lord.
powers.
Zeus himself once channeled the power to defeat the Shattered God, a being only previously slain by the Big Bang.
I slayed your mom with the Big Bang.
Shazam also gained accelerated healing, a shortcut to the Rock of Eternity, and the ability to share his powers with anyone he considers family, like his adoptive sister. I suppose he eventually found himself a home after all, huh?
Aw, that's touching. But back to cool superpowers. With the courage of Achilles, he became tough enough to survive in space and even take on Superman himself.
And with the speed of Mercury, he
Superman
can
beats his
fly
ass
as well
right
as
after
move
that.
faster than light.
Does he?
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the fucking
Hercules
clips I
has
watched.
it. The first letters come together to spell Shazam.
I have to say, it's not looking good for
He's
Captain
he's like got him locked in the air. He just keeps shouting Shazam, so the lightning will hit
Despite
Superman.
Billy's often sour
And the last time he
attitude,
does
thanks
it,
to,
fucking Superman switches
homelessness,
places with him, so he
always
turns back
dreamed
into a
of
little kid.
rising up and becoming a hero. As Shazam, he wound up being so good at hero work, he joined the Justice League.
This
Though
dude's
he
fucking
did keep
strong.
the truth of his powers a
Holy shit.
secret, as Superman would probably think twice
Right-
about
right there.
sending a 15-year-old into an active combat zone.
You gotta learn sometime, right? Plus, he's super powerful, able to stand up against all sorts of aliens, monsters, and gods. He's fast enough to
Outsped the
transform
Flash?
and dodge a bullet all in one move, and even outran the Flash, racing around the world at speeds even Superman doubted he could
Holy
match.
shit.
That's right, Shazam is faster than frickin' Superman.
Superman can perceive time and react down to the femtosecond. For Flash and Shazam to exceed this in one run around the Earth, they must be moving more than 133 trillion times faster than light.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but how about the time he punched so hard he started a black hole out of nowhere? He's tough enough to shrug off Superman's punches, survive
about to
planet-busting
fuck Captain
shots
Marvel
from
up,
the Void
dude.
Hound, and even a bomb that turned
I'm
his whole
changing my
body
pick.
inside out. What the fuck?
That's the Tesseract bomb, and Shazam's magic was powerful enough to pull himself back together without much issue. So technically
Fucking
not a
Loki,
straight
dude, the
durability
goddamn
feat, but still,
Tesseract.
A device that turns things
Jesus.
inside out? Delightful. It's so fascinating. I had
Dies
to
in the
update it for
MCU,
myself.
just goes to the DC
The hell
universe.
is
Dude.
that?
Doesn't
If
even
my
care.
calculations are correct, this should mimic the space-bending reversal effects of the Tesseract bomb, turning any object inside out. Hey, wait, I haven't tested.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
However, even with all Shazam's might, he is still 15-year-old Billy Batson. His time and experience hardly compares to other members of the Justice League, and his headstrong immaturity can't help but slip out every now and then.
Hey, Blackheart the Death Eater, or whatever your World of Warcraft name is, suck on this!
Wiz, it's gotta be super hard going back and forth in that hormone hurricane.
Yet distractions and adversaries aren't enough to stop this Cape Crusader. He may be the ultimate power fantasy incarnate, but he's also exactly what he'd hoped he'd be. A hero.
You know, you've never been any good against magic, and magic's what I am all about.
It's not wrong.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first,
Thoughts?
I have concerns for the well-being of Captain Marvel in this fight.
You don't think the stuff they gave her in Binary is gonna be good enough?
Not really. I don't know. If she'll stay in it long enough, but oh man, I mean the shit with all the gods or whatever with the feats they gave Shazam, the biggest one has to be speed. Like that was absurd, being faster than Flash and Superman, and anybody that can stand up to Superman. I mean that's tough. That's a good feat to put on your bucket list. It's like, when you have somebody fighting Akuma. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
it's
mean-
not quite that good, but yeah. I feel you.
I mean, he's just really lucky that like his shit's fucking magic. I mean, that's the biggest thing for him against Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps him out against Superman.
I'm
for sure.
changing from. I thought I was gonna go Marvel because I just watched the movie and I liked it, but I'm gonna go with Shazam.
What do you guys think about the lightning and her energy absorption and redistribution?
I don't think he's gonna try to use the lightning on her.
And that's gonna come into play at all?
He might use it once or so. Once he sees her use it, he'll be like, "Oh, well, fuck."
But
Better
even
do
if
that again.
so, even if she absorbed it and redistributed it back out at him, it would just turn him into either get her into Shazam. It literally do basically, what it does regardless. Just wouldn't do any damage to her, and he just wouldn't do it again.
Well, I think she changes. She just basically absorbs it as energy and then either blasts it off as her own kind of energy, or she
Okay,
absorbs
gotcha.
it and like uses it to power herself, which is how she gets to binary in
Binary.
the first place, is by absorbing energy. Kind of like when Superman like sun dips.
I mean, that could be something that goes against him, is the fact that, yeah, he's strong as shit, but he doesn't have the same kind of tactical mindset that she does.
Yeah.
And being the
So he might
immature
not
thing,
be-
it could fuck him over if he's like hitting her with this move and just keeps doing it and doing it and doing it, thinking it's working, but she's just absorbing it so she can transform. So I can see that
Yeah.
too.
That's one side. I do have to say, just in addition to that, on the other side, they said something about like if it's mystical based, then she can't like actually manipulate it.
Right.
If it's energy based, then she can. Like, so I'm not
Right.
sure what it qualifies as or whatever. So I'll be interested to see how they decide that that's going to play out, if they decide that's a factor at all. But I don't know. Stat wise, it would appear if he can punch a black hole and move 133 trillion times the speed of light, that his stats are better. So, because they didn't say that she could even get faster than light until she went binary. If
Which
her
I'm confused
binary is
about.
just like she's not faster than light, and then she just gets above faster than light in binary, or maybe a few times faster or something, that's still way slower than what he would be capable of. Which is weird. I honestly, going into this, I really, really thought that they were gonna have Captain Marvel win. So I don't know how they're gonna justify it though, based on what I saw personally. I don't think it's close enough for it to go Captain Marvel's way. So I'm gonna go Shazam as well.
Yeah, I feel just based off of stats, Shazam should win. So I'll go ahead and also chill into Shazam.
All right, all right. Well, let's go ahead and see comes out on top. Oh my God, the Spider-Man scene.
That is pretty great.
Huh? Holy no! Oh jeez, stop!
Stop right there! You really think you can get away with something so petty?
Oh, I didn't mean this isn't right. See ya!
Don't walk away from me, Flyboy!
Miss, you're in for a surprise! When in doubt, punch it out!
How about this surprise?
Dude, his fucking lightning effect looks sick. Battle.
Okay, time to go. Shazam!
That's gonna give her the energy to go binary, I would assume.
Holy.
Binary already? Holy shit.
What was that? Oh, right. Shazam.
Huh? Just shoot the lightning back at him. Nice, good call.
Shazam! No more tricks!
Oh God, I'll blow up the planet. Okay. Thought this was gonna be Goku Superman all over again.
Holy
What's the
shit.
matter? Can't keep up?
Nothing like a firework to end the night.
This battle certainly pushed both Marvel and Shazam to their limits. But while Carol's experiences with the Phoenix Force and Aleph proved she could hold up to Shazam's strength of Atlas, she unfortunately fell a bit short in most other categories.
Even her energy absorption powers could only take so much magic before reaching a limit. But hey, Carol got one over him with her hyper-awareness super senses, right?
Not really. While Binary could move past light speed, we've already established that Shazam can move much faster. Over 133 quadrillion times more, in fact.
And let's be honest, having wise old Solomon telling you any information you need at any point is pretty overpowered. Speaking of which, Carol had enough power to obliterate a planet, but Shazam could punch a black hole into existence. Who even does that?
Going off this building's height and the horizon, we determined the size of Shazam and the black hole. He was giant size at the time. With the estimated Schwarzschild radius of the black hole being 526 feet,
of course,
its mass
Schwarzschild.
must be about 238 octillion pounds.
Been a while since I've
The
heard
energy
that.
to create a singularity of that size would have to be 97 foe.
Of course, fucking 97 foe.
Asking for a friend.
It's one unit of foe is approximately equal to the energy output of a supernova.
Holy hell! Are you serious? Who decided this guy can punch with the power of 97 supernovas? That can't be right.
Well, we can support this by comparing Shazam to Zeus, one of the 6 beings he draws power from. At one point, Zeus channeled enough energy to defeat the Shattered God, who had only previously been defeated by the original Big Bang.
Okay, but Zeus is drawing power from a bunch of other gods. We can see at least 34 here, and there's probably more.
Even if there were 1,000 gods involved, this still means Zeus is responsible for 1/1000th of something comparable to the Big Bang, a universal scale event.
Yeah, and I don't think Binary had anything like that up her sleeve.
Carol was certainly no pushover, but Shazam had the speed, strength, and versatility to take this battle in the long run.
That was one marvelous fight.
The winner is Shazam.
Damn, dude. See, that would have been
Hey, don't go away.
super
We're about
easy
to
if I knew
announce
they
the
were using
next
foe
death battle, but if
as
you
a
want battle music
measurement.
from this one for
I
yourself,
would have known right then and
Or
there.
check out one of those other videos.
I mean, fuck. He's strong.
I mean, I just think that, like,
Stupid strong.
I mean, that shit is ridiculous, honestly. The faux shit?
Or just his strength in general.
I mean, punching a black hole, that's fucking absurd.
Yeah. That, I think basically the, I don't know, it just feels weird because I don't think Superman can do that. And I don't think he's
This
the
is
strongest
just one of
Superman.
those spots where you need to edit in the guy that does the whole aliens. It's just DC.
But maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know, man. Sometimes
DC
I
people
can
are
never
OP,
follow.
Dude. I mean, they
Yeah, they
honestly
are.
are. I mean, legit, they're just they're OP. Because they're in a universe where Superman exists. I mean, and they've all like fucking come encounter with him of some
Imagine-
sort.
Well, that I would
What
say
would happen?
Superman's lucky he's in a fucking universe where this guy exists. That fucking foe thing is way stronger than fucking the feats that they've listed for Superman.
It's pretty absurd.
All I'm saying is we already know the answer to this, but Shazam versus Akuma, like,
I mean, 97 foe. Oh god, Akuma's got another fucking metric we haven't heard.
Akuma eats literal foe for dinner. Know what I mean? God,
Kuma
yeah.
drops at least 10,000 foe when he takes a dump, dude. Like, ease.
When he pisses, the universe shakes.
Oh,
As he
God.
strains, planets crack.
Anyway, Joey, this Schwarzschild radius,
Mhm.
this has to do with mass to, like, distance. So, like, if you have too much mass in too much small amount of space, it turns into a black hole. That's basically
Oh.
what that means. Yeah, so you're getting close. No, because the problem is that you're getting bigger though. Like if you stayed the same size, but you got all that weight that you got, then it's increased without the size increasing. That's a problem. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
It could be like putting the Earth into like a grain of sand, but then put like another like 10,000 Earths also into that grain of sand. At some point along that journey, you would get too much stuff in that little tiny bit of a space, and the mass would be too
Okay.
great, and then it turns into a black hole.
I got you.
So that's what Schwarzschild
I'm
radius is.
glad you knew that. I already did. Make sure glad you did. All these numbers and metrics and shit are new to y'all, but I've been watching Bill Nye the Science Guy for a long time, so I'm all caught up on all this stuff, dude.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out our Patreon for early access, or if you want to see reactions to all of these anime and more. Thank you, of course, to all our patrons listed here, and a special thanks to these 10 individuals who have contributed the most. You guys are awesome, and we are humbled by your dedication in supporting us throughout our journey. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. We post several reaction videos every single week, and we hope to see our community grow as we do. Until next time, stay bright. We'll catch you on the dark side.